Frogs, are they worthwhile buying? I'd say so. And I'll let you know why. Here on Aaron's Outdoors and More. Frogs are extremely fun to use. So much fun. And just getting that explosion from underneath the water when a bass or pike or who knows what else will come up and nail these things. But oh, it's such an adrenaline rush. So I figured I'd just start off here. I'd show you a few different types here. So we'll start off with the BooYah line. So we got the BooYah Pad Crashers. So the first one I got here, I got the popping frog. So the popping frog, it's got a little cup on the end. Same type of body, but just cup on the end. It does not have the angled snout like that guy does. What this guy does is he come across and you just kind of jerk him and he'll pop. So that's one style you got from BooYah. Next style is going to be their standard traditional pad crasher. You got the cone nose on it. On your back side here, you got this little thing here. That's your weight, which is going to keep your frog facing up. So you don't suck in the water and it'll stay afloat. And your third type here is your little Pad Crasher Junior. It's a lot smaller. So going from your original Pad Crasher here, your full size, to your Junior, there's a heck of a size difference there. All depends on size of fish you're fishing for. So the next ones I got here, I got some cheaper ones here I bought from Dick's Sporting Goods online. These are Jawbone Tackle Co. is the company that makes them. These here also your poppers, but they got slightly different nose to them compared to the BooYahs. I got this one here in black and blue, and I got this one here that's just your standard leopard frog, I guess. Your green is what that guy is. Another popper, same thing, squishy body. Next one up I got Scum Frog. Cheaper guy here, where these run $3-4, something like that. Real lightweight. These are not weighted. I do not believe these are weighted. I do not feel any weights at all in there. So it's real light, real tricky to cast these guys. They don't cast as far as what your BooYahs do. They don't cast as far as what your Jawbones do, because your Jawbones, once again, just like your BooYahs, on the backside here, you got a weight that keeps the rear end of them down. And then the next ones I have are the SPROs. So this is your full-size SPRO. So like the BooYah, you got the angled nose on it. But these guys also have the ridges up on top for the eyes. Makes it look a little more realistic. Same thing again. You got your weights on the back side, or bottom side on the rear to keep them so their nose is up. And I also have the SPRO Junior. So same configuration as the full size. Once again, got your weight on the back side. But these guys here, once again, a little bit smaller. Now, compared to the BooYah, so here's your BooYah Junior, and here's your SPRO Junior. Now, you line these guys up next to each other. BooYah is a lot smaller. Heck of a lot smaller than your SPRO Junior. Same thing with your SPRO full size to your full size BooYah. Once again, your SPRO full size, a little bit bigger, not by much, ½ inch, not even really. I mean, I guess you look at there, size difference, $1/4 inch, I'd say. About all the differences there is. Height wise, I mean, the SPRO is definitely a fatter frog. Definitely a fatter frog. Yeah, so this is the different types I have. So you got your poppers, you got your standards, and your juniors. All right, so next subject I would say to go over, when and where to use them. So when to use them? If you are out fishing anything real thick, real heavy, weedy on top, if you're fishing duckweed or just your standard Vallisneria, stuff like that that you're going to find out in the river, I would say use them here there. Woody areas, if you're casting over logs and stuff like that, they're great for that. I mean, I've never had one get snug up. They usually pop right up over the logs. But I would say if you're going to be fishing a lot of duckweed or real heavy weedy areas, I would go with any frog that's cone nosed. Because these guys here, you can cast them right out and they'll go right over it. Right over it, as long as it's not too thick. If you get too thick and you don't see any motion happening in that duckweed or the weeds, you're not going to get any hits on them. The fish have to see the motion on top of the water for you to get a good hit on them. So yes, anything real thick, duckweed going over trees, or just real thick weed cover, period, I would definitely go with a cone nose. Now, if you're in an area of, say, it's real light duckweed, just real sparse duckweed or open water, I would go with your popping style. Because your popping style, if you go in real thick stuff, duckweed, nothing like something like that, all that weed stuff, it's all going to get built up in that front. Because that cone, every time you yank it in, it's going to pop down. It's going to pop down. And when it pops down, it's going to go under and it's going to suck up them weeds and they're going to get wrapped around your line. And you're going to have a heck of a time when you get it in. You're always going to be pulling stuff off and you're probably not going to have much fun. Scum Frog, same thing as your poppers. I would recommend those in real light weed cover and open water. Definitely a good spot. If you have a spot where you're throwing out and you can see the weeds in the water and you got clear water above it, definitely throw a popper or your Scum Frog. Come right across and the fish will just blow up on them. Makes life and fishing fun. Then you also got your juniors. So your juniors, best time I'd throw those, if you're throwing a full size and you're getting the hits, so you're bringing that across the water, you're getting the hits on it, but you just ain't hooking up. If you're not hooking up, I would recommend trying a junior. Because that smaller profile, that frog, more or less likely going to let that fish be able to get that frog in its mouth. When that frog goes in its mouth, they're squishy. So those hooks are angled up because it's going to be coming through the water, something like that. When those fish bite, that body's going to squeeze down. Those fish are going to get hooked up. So if you're getting hits on the full size and you just can't get a hookup on them. They'll take it, they'll pull it under, but you're getting frustrated, try a little smaller one. Now the smaller ones won't work in real thick cover. I mean, you're throwing thick, you're going to need the bigger one for that little bit of extra weight on them to be able to move and create some surface area or surface motion. So that's when where I'd fish them.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned. Part 2 is coming soon.